Hey guys, Razorblade Mango here, and this is just a quick little impromptu, I guess, videtorial or video editorial or however, whatever fancy fucking word you want to attach to it. This is a subject that I have actually wanted to talk about for, let's say about a couple years now. This is actually something I've wanted to address, not just like related to the channel, but related to my own, personal life, stuff like that. I have a little bit of a reputation, I guess, for being that guy that doesn't like anything, which is simply not true at all. I'm that guy that will just criticize everything. Like I've had a couple people tell me, oh, you don't like certain things. You look way too deep into certain stuff, and a lot of the time they say that in jest, to make fun of me in good humor. But it did get me thinking. It does get me thinking a lot of the time about you know why do I have such this higher standard compared to a lot of other people out there? Because and I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or anything like that, but you know there are a lot of people out there that don't think like like I do, like someone like I guess Total Biscuit does, who's a very harsh critic a lot of the time. Somebody like Jim Sterling, who's a harsh critic. Armin White's another great example. But I feel like in this culture where a lot of outlets tend to just like everything, like the IGNs of the world, that like that are meaningless to me, like really signify nothing when they give a game high praise, because to me, when you just slap an 8 or a 9 on everything that you consume, or mostly everything, it starts to lose its value. Like I remember when I was younger and I didn't really have the analytical chops that I got now. I used to just be like, slap an A plus or an A on top of anything. Like anything I would watch, I would just love, and that's fine for when I was a kid. When I was younger, when I was like in middle school, I would just like love everything, love nearly everything that I saw, because I didn't really, have those evaluation skills back then. You're a kid. You don't really think about the things that you consider when you're an adult. In fact, one of my earliest memories when I was like 12, I remember my cousin telling me, oh, you're too young to be able to discern the difference between, stuff you like and stuff you dislike. When I told him that I thought the trailer for the Legend of Zorro looked good. And at the time, I considered it, something of an insult, I guess. But looking back on it, he was right when he said that I didn't know what I was, not that I didn't know what I was talking about, but that I did not have that like adult mind yet to be able to discern what I really liked and what I didn't like. And now as an adult, I feel like I do. At least I hope I do. Um, when I guess this mostly just ties into games for me, where for me, having higher standards for something, it can be a little bit of a chore at times. And I'll be the first to admit that, because there will come long stretches of time where I feel like, I haven't really seen anything that wows me, or I'll just feel like, games or movies have abandoned me, in the sense that really they aren't making things for me anymore. And then I'll see a film like Star Wars Rogue One, or I'll play a game like Titanfall 2, or I'll listen to an album like Kanye West's Life of Pablo, where it speaks to me in such a profound, meaningful way that it will just revitalize my enthusiasm for the art, music, movies, video games, books, anything. and it will make me, fall back in love with it. Like Titanfall 2, I guess, is my most recent example, where that was so overwhelming how much I got out of that and how amazing I feel whenever I play it. To me, having a higher standard means that I can enjoy it a lot more because I know that it meets my more harsh standards, my more critical standards of what I'm looking for. This whole video thing was inspired by Colin Moriarty talking about Horizon Zero Dawn, about how, a lot of people consider him a jaded gamer, and he takes that with stride, and he's kind of proud of that label, because when a game like Horizon Zero Dawn comes out, he said, it speaks to him in a certain way, and he doesn't want to like everything anymore. To me, that's how I feel. That's like, as an adult, I think it's highly unrealistic for me to like everything. And I used to be able to say, I wish I could like everything. But nowadays, I kind of don't, because there has to be that balance. There has to be that thing that you hate, or that thing that disappoints you, that makes you appreciate the good stuff all the more. Like, yeah, Final Fantasy 15 was disappointing, but Doom was pretty amazing. Yeah, Firewatch really did not live up to expectations, but Titanfall 2 is phenomenal. Yeah, what's a recent film disappointment? Oh well, I'll think of one later. But I'll see like crappy movies every so often, and then I'll see something like Rogue One or John Wick 2 that I'll just be like, holy shit, this is so good that it meets my standards, and it exceeds them at times. So I guess what I'm trying to say with this is that I think in this society of, a big, positive consensus, where it's like this a consensus of extremes. Like, you gotta have, everyone hates something or everyone likes something. And it's like, you gotta go along with either. And it better be the one that everyone's jumping on. Like, it's like this bandwagon mentality, where I feel like a lot of, critics and media are falling into that trap, where like a lot, like the IGNs of the world, like when a game like Evolve comes out, or Titan, or the original Titanfall that got such, high hype and all that, and then it comes out and it's like a 9 or an 8. Oh my god, it's amazing, believe the hype. Oh, Evolve is so deep and so rich. Oh my god, look at all this great stuff that's in it. But they don't aspire to a higher standard, and it doesn't mean anything to me when I see, a high score attached to something. Now, somebody like Jim Sterling, Total Biscuit, Super Bunny Hop, Armin White, any of those guys that come out and praise something, that means something to me, because I know they have high standards for what they want. They want things that, speak to them specifically. And when they come out and say, hey, this thing is great, hey, you should check this out, I highly recommend it, I will take notice. Like, I have friends that I know that are like highly critical of things, and will like go so in depth to analyzing something that it just blows my fucking mind. But I know that when they say, hey, this is something truly special, I think you're going to really like this, that to me is more meaningful than, slapping 8s and 9s left and right, because that loses value of it. And I'd like to think that I bring that with this channel, because whenever I talk about something that I really like, I want it to be meaningful. I want it to be like, hey, this is good. You guys should check this out. This is really good. But it's, I'd like to think that. And I'd like to think that, hey, whenever something comes out that doesn't meet my expectations or disappoints me, you guys know that it's for a specific reason. Like, I'd like to, be able to clearly express my thoughts on something, and then have it to be where you guys understand where I'm coming from to a certain point. And I feel like I don't do that very well a lot of the time. I feel like my critical vocabulary is very limited. I overuse a lot of words, and it's something that I need to get better at. But that was just something when I heard Colin Moriarty talking about that, how the jaded gamer thing, and how we need to have higher expectations, and it's something that personally resonated with me, and something I completely agree with. I think we all need to have higher expectations. I think we as a society need to have higher expectations, because when you just want to like everything, what does that mean anymore? Where is the meaning in liking something when you don't have that counterbalance of things you don't like? I mean, major respect to Kojima. I have lots of respect for Hideo Kojima, but the way he fanboys over every single movie that comes out, to me, I'm sure he has movies that he hates or he doesn't like, but he never really expresses it. I think that's not exactly a healthy attitude to have a lot of the time. Like, someone that just comes out and praises everything and likes everything, that's not healthy. It's like you need that other side to it. You need to be, vocal about that other side. You need to express yourself. You need to say, hey, I don't like this because da 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 da. And I'm older now, I'm not old, but I'm older than I was before, and I don't have time to try to like everything, because life is too short to have this sense of, hey, damn critical analysis, damn all this, I'm just gonna like everything, whatever, fuck it. But it's like, I don't get any enjoyment out of that. I don't get any enjoyment out of just sitting there and having this really passive experience to things. Like, when I'm reading something, when I'm writing something, when I'm looking at something, in my brain I'm always picking it apart and analyzing it and trying to dissect what I dislike or like about something. And I think more people need to do that, because then things will get better. You won't have people shoveling crap out there because they know that the masses will just eat it up. It's not how the world works, and I think it could be better. I think games media, I think any kind of critic should have higher standards, and I have more respect, and it means more when I see a critic that I know likes to really go in depth and analyze things, when they come out and say something is special, because that is when it makes it truly special. Anyway, that's just a little ramble videtorial or whatever. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe. I'm gonna go do homework and have a nice ice cream sandwich now. See you guys later. Bye. Also, I just saw this while I was rendering this video, and I had to include this at the last second. Yeah. No Watch Dogs 2 Thursday night. I'm doing Titanfall 2. I've been waiting for this update for quite a while now. So, yeah, we'll just have to do Watch Dogs 2 another time on the stream. Titanfall 2 is better.